Great to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the SMU Mustangs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
He caught up with the Mustangs head coach before the game. He understands the SEC is a line of scrimmage league. That's why he is really trying to prove that the ACC can battle with them in the trenches. He said this will be a huge matchup to test his team, and he'll have to be very good on the play calls. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Mustangs will kick off first, and here we go. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Making the adjustment. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Got his man on the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
From the gun, it's Frazier. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On play action. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Drops back on first down. He's got the tight end. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fresh set of downs going up top. Finds his tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now that's been very apparent early.
Well, and now you knock me back on my heels a little bit. Now I'm like, oh, crud, is this their game plan? Is this going to be pass, pass, pass? So defensively, I'm thinking, how do I make my subs? Do I go dime? Do I go nickel, right? Like, they're definitely pass happy, but the first thing I have to do is get a pass rush and make this quarterback feel uncomfortable.
The Dogs trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. In the red area, it's Frazier. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Drops back. It's Stockton. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who...
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cooper. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Sells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Changing the routes with his receivers. Selling the fake. Looking down the middle. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Rushes on. Right on target this time. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Lost to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Caught! They will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Coming out with it, it's Cooper. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to pass, it's Jennings. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Third down coming up for the O after the incompletion. Still looking. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Trying to take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He's loose on the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Finds his big tight end. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? I gotta throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football. Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
Number 91, set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A run for the quarterback. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. A designed run for the quarterback. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Now on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And they'll take over first and 10.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Making the adjustment on the play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pass is incomplete, the clock is down to 9.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down. Playing the pass, now forcing a second down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on first down.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very active.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the Bulldogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From deep, it's Cooper. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Mustangs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second-half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field, and that's why you had a big play.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit, nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They put the brakes on it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Deep in the end zone, it's Cooper. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Got the back over the middle. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Throws it off the RPO. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Mustangs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's it.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Caught over the middle, it's Humphreys. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolls right. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
SMU 7.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wants to go up top on second down. That's reeled in. It's Hale. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Jennings. The screen, and watch out. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
And the Mustangs getting set on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Singleton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, gonna throw it. He wants it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is gonna drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Got his man out of the backfield. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. First play of this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Sells to fake. They're all over him. Just gets rid of that one.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off-play action on 1st down. Going for the big play. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And he tacked on the extra point. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Single play, hit the big chunk, get the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to fire from the pistol. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Timeout is called by the defense, a mere 21 seconds to go here. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Tries to get it himself. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Rush right in his face. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.